They told me to like ask people at home to do stuff. Do you guys want to give yourselves a hug? And then just like on the feed, can you tell us how that was? Was it okay for you? I don't know, because I can't read it. Maybe encourage each other. We have to support each other. Now more than ever. Support each other! Please, if you want. I don't know. What do we want to do? Okay. There's a special thing happening here tonight. If you're at home, then you can do some things. There's an organization that I really love called Black and Pink. Has anyone heard of Black and Pink? Cool. A couple people. So Black and Pink is an incredible organization that supports LGBT, queer, and trans folks who are incarcerated. One amazing thing about this organization is that in their upper two levels of management leadership, they make sure that they have at least half people who either are or have been incarcerated, which I think is really special. But we're doing something tonight. We've got a bunch of postcards, holiday cards for queer and trans folks who are currently incarcerated. If you are here and you want to fill one of those out and bring some love to some folks who are incarcerated right now, I would love for you to do that. It would be so special to me, so special to me if you did that. If you're at home, you can check out blackandpink.org. They're an incredible organization. There might be a card party happening somewhere around you, somewhere in your local area. So thanks so much if you're here and you want to do that. And now I'm going to read more poems. I'm going to read this poem. And it's called, it's about boobs. Shout out for boobs. Woo! Woo! Boobs. I love them. Hi, Mom. And Dad. Hi, Mom and Dad. They know. They know. Okay. Yeah. So, this is called 7 Short Stories for the Lump in My Breast. Once upon a time, there was a breast. And the world and the breast locked eyes from across the room and fell instantly for each other. They lived happily ever after in monogamous hetero love, and they never pooped or clipped their toenails or got bored or looked anyone else in the eye. Once, all of the best breasts dressed in their Sunday best and went dancing. They sang their own names up to the sky until the weak light came and the crowds of grabbing hands, and they ran. Once, we called the big breast queendom through our teeth, painted dicks on her plates and renamed the face she made hungry. Once, we tore all the breasts from their forest homes, dragged them out onto cold thrones and set them out before kingdoms of grabbing hands, beckoned them, smile, smile now. Look grateful, aren't you grateful now? Aren't you glad? Don't you want to be queen? Once, we wrote stories of kings with grabbing hands, wrote them on the breasts in their sightlines, and sometimes the kings forgot the stories of their own names, left them stained on the dresser or the battlefield, at the war or bar or barter, and when they did, found the breasts and woke them, dragged them out in front of crowds and ripped them open, shouting, read, read for me, sing to me my song, read to me the stories of my kingdom, my grandeur. Once, a breast kidnapped a boy from his forest home, dragged him out into a clearing, out into the searing light where he screamed. She lay down next to the boy and sang them both to sleep. They woke in tandem. Let's build ourselves a home, she said. And so they built and spoke and sat long hours naked in the shade. They told stories, first of the worlds written upon their skin, and then slowly of their own. They went out dancing. They went walking. They got ice cream until the boy realized the breast was sensitive to dairy, and then they got sorbet. And they spoke of all the things they'd seen and read and dreamed, seahorse fathers and kingdoms and queens. Have you ever heard of Stockholm Syndrome, said the boy. Sorbet, said the breast, and they became the best of friends. But sometimes, the boy got angry at the breast for all the stories she had to carry, for when she walked too slow, or when he had to tip and dart to keep up with her, tug at her sleeve, slow down. And she turned back to whisper echoes, we have to go now, boy. We have to go now, boy. They're coming for these stories, boy. And so they'd run, for otherwise the grabbing hands would get him too back home. The boy would scream, kick, throw rocks at the breast in his anger, at her stories, at all the ones he had to carry with her, throw rocks and she would catch them, each one, and place it on the windowsill, lay down next to him, and sing them both to sleep. Once, the boy and the breast went dancing, until the breast got her and the boy kicked out for singing too loud. At home, the boy laughed, angry at the breast, but the breast cried, boy, don't you know? Don't you know that's not my song? Can't you hear? That's not me singing. Don't you know that's just some king who stole my voice for his song? Don't you know my song, the song I sing to you when I sing us both to sleep? You know my song, boy, the song I sing to you, I sing to you. Stay just as you are, just as you'll always be. It's only the world around you. She lay down next to him and sang them both to sleep. When the boy woke, the breast stood by the windowsill. Where are the stones? Said the boy. I swallowed them, said the breast. We had to let the light in. Once, I woke in a stiff, fixed hospital bed, head cloudy, and my left side a dull ache. The room, a too bright white around me. Somewhere in a vacuum-sealed plastic bag lay a chestnut-sized piece of me cut out and placed in a box marked hazard. They called the lump aggressive. Said I should have taken it out sooner. I wanted to wait. Couldn't bear the thought of all those stories spilling onto my skin, my breast, broken, my lovely, broken, dangerous breast, my little hazard of breast, my angry, sorry, singing breast wrapped in gauze now, and plastic, drowning. I lay back and took her in my arms and sang us both to sleep. Stay just as you are, just as you'll always be. It's only the world